Today, I want to talk about the top 6 mistakes that people make when they go solar. This apply on grid, grid tied, or off grid. Number 1 is confusing daylight hours with sun hours. A sun hour is a specific unit of measurement that we use in solar to define the period of time in a day when we are going to get the most out of our solar panels. For example, in the middle of summer in July, the sun may rise at 6 a.m. and set at 9 p.m. You will have about 15 hours daylight, but you only have about 7 sun hours in the middle of that day, where your solar panel is working anywhere close to its maximum capacity. So the rest of the day the sun will still shine, the solar panel will still work, but it will function at a very reduced rate. Number 2 is underestimating your power consumption and the various devices that you have in your house. We all have a bunch of different devices in our homes, but not many of us know how much they're consuming. So how are we supposed to know what this stuff consumes? Well, there's a couple of different ways. Number 1, you can get a device that will measure the electricity consumed over time, and you can do some math. Or most appliances and electronic devices in your home will come with energy guide information from the manufacturer. The energy guide tells you an estimate of how much this device is going to consume. Pay special attention to air conditioners, heaters, blow dryers, microwaves, stoves, refrigerators, and so forth. If you at least get a grasp on those big devices, you will have a pretty good idea of what you are going to consume. Number 3 is not decreasing your usage first. This one is a no-brainer if you do a little math. So let's do an easy math problem first. The average solar panel costs about $1 per watt. To replace an incandescent 60-watt light bulb with a 10-watt LED light bulb is going to cost you $5. That's going to net a saving of 50 watts. That's going to result in a $50 saving in solar panels you don't have to buy right now because you made that energy saving step. There are lots of other ways you can save on your usage before installation solar, and that's a big deal. You are talking thousands of dollars on a whole home system, just by making some careful upgrades first before you can do so. Number 4 is having unreasonable or unrealistic expectations. However, you got interested in solar, whether you are wanting to go green or you want to save money, you need to know the limitations of what you are getting into. So it's very tempting to go Amazon or whatever and find a solar panel kit and paying $200, $300, whatever it is to get it. And you think you have great visions of doing lots of stuff with this system. You want to power your refrigerator with a solar panel. Okay, well, let's think about this for a second. You've got a 100-watt kit that you bought, but you have a 200-watt refrigerator. How's that going to work? Your solar panel would have to work 2 times longer than your refrigerator, and your refrigerator runs 24 hours a day. It's just not a realistic expectation, and that's just one example. I'd recommend that you start small, something like light, and then you can scale up later. Once you figure out what realistic the limitations and production of the system is going to be in the real world. Number 5 is bad solar panel installation. That is not giving enough thought to how you are going to mount the solar panel. There are lots of things to consider when mounting your solar panel. I will just talk about a couple of real quickly. Number 1, it has to face south. Another one is that the angle that you mount the solar panel needs to be equal to the latitude where you live. Roughly speaking, if you can't move it to track the sun, it needs to be approximately the angle of latitude. Another one that is not very well known is that solar panels are designed to run cool. They don't like heat. So that's counterintuitive because they operate in the sun. The efficiency of solar panels decreases, their temperature increase, decreasing their overall power. So if you don't leave enough air gap behind the solar panel, or you put it in an area that is going to see excessive heat, it will leverage its rated efficiency. Number 6 is buying before defining your load. That is buying a solar panel system before having any clue what you want to do with it. A lot of stuff just comes down to patience. Know what you are doing, do the research, cover all the angles, ask people who have done this before, and then decide what your wants are out of the system before you go out and buy something. In the last part, I would like to recommend Pi's battery. Heights has global production capability and can provide service globally. It has 4 factories globally and has offices and warehouses in Europe and the USA to provide local service and quick delivery. If you have energy storage battery requirements, please contact Heights.